If you've ever wanted to go camping without hookups, I'm talking about power, water, black tank, sewer, run your microwave, make a pot of coffee, watch TV, and basically live out of your rig without any hookups, then this video is for you. Let's get started. Here we go. I'm Chuck with Lake to Lake, and I've spent enough time camping, boondocking, RV camping. I made every mistake in the book, and I want you to hang on because I'm going to try and save you some mistakes, save you some stress, and I want you to have a stress-free camping experience. And here's how I did it boondocking. I'm going to show you my real-world setup. First of all, I have two 30 amp hour LiTime batteries hooked up. They're awesome. They work really good. I got a MultiPlus II. Got a MultiPlus II inverter converter. I tell you what, that's a dream. It does what it's supposed to do. That's what I paid for. And I got a Lynx distributor. And those are my main components right now. I do have a shunt in there, but that's what I have right now, and I'll get to the reasons why I have it that way later on in the video. But we all know there's many ways to go boondocking. One of them is to get a generator. Well, I do have a generator, and I did take it with me, but I didn't like, I don't like the noise, and nobody else likes the noise. So the more I can eliminate a generator from my power requirements or my power needs, the better off I am, and that's what I've done. Also, with the lithium batteries, 600 amp hours, I don't have to monitor what I'm doing. I can just live life. I can just go on. I can check my battery charge once a day, and I'm good with that. I know it's not going to go from full to 10% in 2 or 3 hours. It's going to take 2 or 3 days. And I don't have to worry about running the microwave. I don't have to worry about making a pot of coffee. I don't have to worry about the TV. I know all those basic requirements are met with my setup. Air conditioning is a little different story, but we'll get to that later on in the video. So I built a Victron-based system, basically because it's safe, it's the gold standard, and I followed a website, explorers.life. I followed their instructions. I bought the parts from them. I am not affiliated with them. They don't even know who I am. But I'm telling you what, they got great instructions. They got great products. And they'll sell you what you need when you need it. And they'll show you how to put it together. Let's start out with my batteries. My two 30 amp hour LiTime batteries. Now I'm going to tell you what. I got 600 amp hours of power. But I bought those in the wrong year. I bought those before all the Bluetooth monitoring came out. I bought those before the power management or it won't charge when it gets cold or too hot. I bought those before those were reasonably priced. So I have to watch cold weather charging. They're not heated, so they won't heat themselves to accept a charge. So I do have to be careful, especially in cold weather, to make sure they don't charge, because I'm not supposed to charge them below 34 degrees Fahrenheit. So there is a little bit of maintenance required there. But I can run them. I can run the power. I just can't charge them. With that 600 amp hours of power, it allows me, again, to run everything I need. In the real world, I'm going to get this right. I started Sunday morning at 7 a.m. and I went till Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. and I had 13% of my power left. I probably could have run overnight if I didn't run the TV and whatnot, but I decided to fire up the generator and get a charge back on it. But I went Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and most of the day on Wednesday without ever charging, and I don't have any solar. Keep that in the back of your mind. I'll tell you why later on. And they are so much better than the old AGM batteries. If I was doing this with an AGM battery that my coach originally came with, I would have been running a generator twice a day to keep everything charged or running. So in real world, coffee maker, microwave, TV, lights, my furnace, fan, everything I need to run, I could run. I did not manage my energy usage at all. I just lived life like I wanted to live life. Now, next is my Victron MultiPlus II. This is the brains of the whole system. This is what makes it the gold standard. This is what puts all the pieces together so that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. It converts 12-volt batteries to 120 AC. That allows me to run my microwave, my TV, and my coffee pot. It charges the battery so I'm hooked up to shore power or when I'm hooked up to my generator. It gives me pure sine wave power. So all my electronics, I can hook up my computer, my Connect system that runs on Bluetooth, so I can remote control everything. It's clean, it's safe, and it's rock solid. And it's got a power assist feature. I haven't had a chance to use this yet, just because of my setup and where I've been, but if I'm hooked up to 120 volt, 20 amp, and I need more than 20 amps, my Victron will supply the necessary power up to 30 amps, additional power to make everything run. Again, I've not used that. I can't address it, but that's one of the features it has. And believe me, it is quiet. And with that setup, when the batteries are charged and running, I don't need my generator. And it's a rock solid system. It's the gold standard. Now, my Victron Lynx distributor, the reason I went with that is because Explorers.life, they recommended it. They showed me how to set it up, and it has a built-in fuse for every connection I make. So it's got a central bus bar for all my connections. It's got a proper fusing for each connection, which was important to me. It's clean. It's easily wired, it covers up, it's safe, and it's very easy to troubleshoot a problem because you pop that cover off, you see a blown fuse, you diagnose what the problem is, put a new fuse in, you're ready to go. And if you're building a lithium system, a lithium battery system for your RV, this is a game changer for safety and organization, everything in the same spot. Monitoring app. One of my favorite parts of the Victron is the fact that I can get on my phone, I can get my Bluetooth, I can log into my shunt, and I can see how much battery charge I have, how much battery I'm using, and how much charging I'm getting. What more could you ask for? Remember, it's Victron. It's good. No guessing, no surprises. I can look at my phone, I know where I'm at. Now, my lessons learned. Number one, you need to make sure you have the right size cable hooking the battery to your Lynx distributor and the battery and the MultiPlus II to the Lynx distributor. They're big, honking, thick wired batteries, cables. You need to make sure you use the proper size cables. In this case, I followed exactly what Explorers.life did. I ordered them from them, and I followed their instructions. I did exactly what they said, and you know what? It works, and it's safe, and I don't have to worry about undersized wire. I know that if I need 120 volts to run my microwave and my TV, I got it, and I got it safely. And you got to fuse everything correctly. I didn't go overboard. I just did what I needed. I know there were some places that some people skip steps. I didn't. I put it in there because safety is my number one concern. And I'm going to give you a tip. Plan everything out. I tried to plan everything out the best way, and it made sense in my mind when I did it. I'd do things a little bit differently the second time, though. But plan. Think. Think of anything that might impact it at all. The other thing I learned is lithium batteries charge fast. And when I'm using my MultiPlus II to charge and I'm plugged into shore power, it does not take very long for those batteries to get completely charged, which is a plus in my book. So who'd want to set up like this? Well, I'm going to tell you what. I went out to court site. Again, I did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No external power sources. No generator, no shore power. If you want to go if you want to go boondocking, this is for you. Now, I don't have solar. The reason I took down my solar is because I did not have the proper solar controller at the time that would stop charging at 34 degrees. So I disconnected my solar panel and controller that came with my Grand Design, and my intention is to buy a Victron solar controller where I can control the charging temperature, or I can tell it not to charge below 34 degrees. Haven't got there yet. That's next. People who don't want to listen to a generator, if you're just going out for a day or two, this is an ideal setup because you don't need a generator. And I did it again. I went for 4 days, but you can do it for a couple days, no generator and no shore power. And if you get a little bit of anxiety about the AGMs and you're running out of power on a weekend, or you're going out for 24 hours, this solves your problem. You will not run out of power. I don't know how you could use up more power than I did or we did. We just took our time. We did what we wanted when we wanted, and it met our needs. Now, if you go camping and you always go into a campsite and you always have shore power, you don't need this setup. Just turn off the video and go do something else, because it gets a little expensive, and it's very time consuming to install. I mean, I'm not an electrician. I'm from the IT world, but I can follow a diagram and I can follow instructions and I can look on YouTube and I can figure out how to do it, and I did it. In the future, I'm going to add my Victron solar controller, and I'm going to hook that up to my solar panels, so I'll get some charging. I'm going to have to add an additional solar power panel. I'm going to need 2 or 3. I won't have enough with what I have. My intention is to add more solar panels, Victron solar controller, so that I can charge my rig when it's sitting out there, and hopefully, knock on wood, a little bit of luck, I won't have to use my generator at all. Now, I'm not really anticipating that based on other people's experiences, but you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try. So anyway, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you want to know when my videos are coming out, ring that bell. Put down in the comments if you liked it, you didn't like it, and hope until we meet around the campfire. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.